Humans move. It's what we do, and we've come up with some pretty great ways to do it. The world revolves around transportation. It literally moves us. It's how we get ideas, goods, and people around the world. Just look at the impact the train had on the world. It revolutionized the way we could do things by giving birth to the Industrial Revolution. Now, we have magnetic trains, and planes, and cars, and rockets that go to Mars. 50 years ago, we had some pretty good-looking cars, but they weren't that fuel efficient. The 70s oil crisis showed us how dangerous it was to depend on fossil fuel. Since then, engineers have been working hard exploring alternative energy, using solar and wind energy to power electric cars. There are a few setbacks, but we're reaching more efficient and practical ways to travel daily. Maybe a few years down the road, we will be running off the energy we get from nature. The Jetsons even dreamed we'd be in flying cars by now. In the 60s, we raced to the moon. We traveled out of our own planet. This is something that must have seemed light years away, but we did it. This gave birth to space exploration, and someday, we might populate other worlds.
Roger that.
In the 80s, we joked about time travel, but the future has no bounds. If you think it's impossible, tell someone in the 20s they would see people in space, and tell someone in the 60s that you get 40 miles to the gallon. We have accomplished impossible before. The thought of self-sustainable transportation, traveling across space, and flying to work is what drives our engineers today. If we have the transportation, all we have to ask ourselves is, where do we want to go?